Only 3 games remain in Season 1 of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets Dynasty. We lost our winning streak against Virginia Tech last episode, and that was a brutal one, considering that was by far the easiest game remaining on our schedule. All 3 of our remaining games are against highly ranked teams, starting with number 9 Miami. The Canes would be the 3 seed in the playoff if the season ended today. They've spent most of the season competing with Ohio State for that number 1 spot, but after taking their first loss of the season in Week 9 against Florida State, they fell a little bit back. But this is still a top 10 most talented roster in the country, and it all starts with Mr. Nonchalant himself. Cam Ward, the transfer from Washington State, has been fantastic. 16 touchdowns, and he's only turned it over 1 single time all year. They also have a bruising bell cow back in Oregon State transfer Damian Martinez. He is already in double-digit touchdowns on the ground. Their receiving core is a great mix of size, speed, and route running, and our offensive line has struggled against premier pass rushers this year, and they will face another one in Ruben Bain Jr. We've already had a couple signature wins this year. We beat Louisville and Notre Dame. We'll see if we can do it again. It would certainly be huge for our recruiting class, as we will be hosting 4-star receiver Sean Zeese. I've been saying I want to bring in the next Megatron. Well, Zeese is 6'5", 95 speed. Need I say more? And safety Leon Tung will also be visiting. The 3-star gem has a chance to add to an already stacked class of defensive backs. So we return to Bobby Dodd Stadium for this one. The only team to beat us in our house so far this year, Georgia State. It's been an odd season for sure, but it's been a lot of fun for me to put together. I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am. Here we go against number 9 Miami. We receive the ball first, and Christian Leary will take it up the middle of the field and up to the 18-yard line. Haynes King starts in the pistol. He will hand off to the running back Jamal Haynes, who runs right and barely gets back to the line. Mishael Powell was ready for it. Now a shotgun snap for King, throws it over the middle to Malik Rutherford. Brought down immediately, but it gains 5. 3rd and medium. Receivers lined up close, and an easy pitch and catch to Christian Leary, who takes it across the line to gain. First down at the 29. King with Haynes to his right, he hands off. Haynes takes it straight ahead for a gain of 2. 2 high safeties for Miami. They roll down, and King takes a shot down the right sideline. It falls incomplete, intended for Leary. Another 3rd down on the opening drive. King, protected, throws the timing route to Singleton, but he could not hold on. That will be the end of our opening possession. David Shanahan boots it away to the 25, where it is received by Xavier Restrepo. He takes it up for a return of 15 yards. And here's our first look at Cam Ward, the potential number 1 draft pick. Trips to the left side. We're playing man press defense. Hand off to Damian Martinez, and we stuff it for a gain of just 1. 2nd and 9, they hand off to Martinez again, and nothing doing. Kyle Eford snuffs it out. That loses a yard. 3rd and 10. Ward gets it out quickly to Martinez. He takes it up the sideline. No one was there to defend him. Fresh set of downs for Ward. Another give to Martinez, who cuts it to the left and gains 6. Martinez had 3 touchdowns in last week's win over Duke. However, he was slowed down, only gaining 24 yards. As his backup, Mark Fletcher Jr. takes it for a first down. Miami in Tech territory, and they will be moving up another 5 yards thanks to a neutral zone infraction from Micaiah Scott. But again, a great job closing up those holes in the rushing game. Now a quick pass from Ward out to Restrepo, and that again goes for no gain. 3rd down and 5. Ward in shotgun. He is pressured and has to get it away. He took a big hit from Micaiah Scott. Now a 47-yard field goal for Andres Borregales. It goes through. and Miami is on the board 3-0. Second chance now for the offense. We start with a handoff to Haynes, following a blocker, but maybe outran him a little bit. Gain of 3. Now a speed option to the right side. Haynes can't outrun the defender, Diani Hill. He makes a good tackle. Another 3rd and long. King launches into the blitz, and Leary can't haul it in. Very good coverage, and Shanahan kicks it away again. Cam Ward throws the bubble screen to Jacoby George, who accelerates for a first down, and he's out of bounds at the 46. Ward, with 4 receivers out wide, he hits George again. 2nd down and 4 at midfield. Martinez gets the call, and he's stuffed again. LaMiles Brooks with the tackle. 3rd down and 4. They fake to Martinez, and they hit the slant to Jacoby George. Ward is so dangerous in the RPO game, and they are knocking on the door of the red zone. Martinez across the 20 to the 18. Now an empty backfield for Ward. Martinez motioning to the right. What could they be setting up? Ward fakes the screen pass, throws it up the seam, and Joshisa Trader's got it for the touchdown. That is such a dangerous red zone play. I need to start doing that more. Miami out to an early 10-0 lead. Not going great for us so far. Quick pass out to the sideline for Rutherford. On 2nd and 1, Haynes King can't get away on the read option. Wesley Besainth in there for the stop. Another 3rd and 5. King takes off up the middle. Good scramble. Takes a big hit at the end of it, but he's got the first. King back to pass again. He's got Brett Seither on the drag route, taking it up for 8. This feels like a must-score possession against an opponent like this. King pulls it and throws the bubble to Chase Lane. Out of bounds, but moves the chains. We go back to the well. RPO on 1st down. Singleton has some space, and he takes that for 7. King 6 of 9 passes early, looking better than he did against the Hokies. And that is Jamal Haynes hitting a huge run down the left sideline. Elite burst from Jamal Haynes. 1st down, we run power read, and that was the wrong read from Haynes King. Loss of 4, tackled by Reuben Bain. Trips right. King goes that way, wide open in the corner of the end zone. Christian Leary with another touchdown. Man, Leary's been so good his senior year. Even with Singleton and Jamal Haynes on the team, Christian Leary has been our most dangerous weapon for the majority of the year. That pass, almost the 2nd interception of Ward's season. Bad decision, forcing it into coverage. And we get the ball right back. Leary receives and bounces it to the right side, getting a decent chunk up to the Georgia Tech 42. Handoff to Haynes on 1st down. That play is going back. The Joe Fusel holding calls make their return. 1st down and 20 from the 32. The screen is completely covered up. King has to abort, and that's going to be a sack. 2nd and 22. We've fallen behind the sticks too many times this year. King with a moon ball. One Seither, he's got him. Double coverage, and Seither comes down with it. Just a great jump ball receiver. Now we go jet sweep to Leary, going to the right, and he powers forward. Gains a few, setting up a 3rd and 5. Empty set for King. All the receivers crossing over the middle of the field, and he finds Singleton in the soft spot of the zone. Triple option here. King pulls and pitches to Leary. Decent amount of space for him. He takes it nearly to the 1st down. 3rd and inches at the 16. Inside handoff to Haynes, who is stopped by the Miami defense. But the offense isn't done. We go right back to the inside handoff, and Haynes picks it up this time. Under a minute to go in the half. A chance to take the lead. King throws the corner route. There was nothing there. Incomplete. King struggled a bit, in the red zone with these tight throwing windows. That pass complete to Rutherford, and he takes it in. King takes what the defense is giving him, checking it down, and the receiver does the rest. PAT just inside the right upright, and after Miami scored 10 straight, we've scored 14 straight. One more chance for Ward, and he is sacked on first down by Romello Heights. He is having a truly remarkable season. Second down, more pressure on Ward, he gets it out. Martinez has green grass, goes for 17 yards, not a first down. 3rd and 1, Ward wide open. It is Trader this time. A busted coverage leads to a lightning strike at the end of the first half. Omar Daniels here got confused about his assignment. He took a step in as if he was going to blitz Ward, and when he turned around, it was too late. But we still have all 3 timeouts, 25 seconds left. Just out of reach there for Singleton. That would have given us a chance to score again before the half. 2nd and 10, King protected. He throws over the middle. Timeout after a short gain of 4. We are staying aggressive. King back to pass. Going down the left sideline again. It's caught! Are you kidding me, Eric Singleton? Did he really get those feet down? Let's take another look. That had about a centimeter margin for error, and that foot comes down right inside the line. Eric Singleton, everybody. 33-yard line, 12 seconds to go, 2 timeouts. King going deep again. This one is broken up. Intended for Malik Rutherford. Time for maybe one more shot and then a field goal. King, nearly sacked, barely gets it out. And with 3 seconds left, Aiden Burr comes on for the 50-yarder. The kick is up, and good. At the first half buzzer, we tie it up. And yet again, we are in a dogfight with one of the best teams in the country. This team always seems to play up to its competition. Unfortunately, they often play down to it as well. If they didn't, we wouldn't have 4 losses. But here is your usual halftime recruiting update. We have 7 commits right now. Again, Leon Tung and Sean Zeese are currently visiting. A win would give us a huge boost since we're playing a higher tier opponent. Carl Anger, the athlete offensive lineman, currently favoring us as he gets ready to narrow down his top 3. Notre Dame is our one major competitor, and hey, we beat Notre Dame, so hopefully that means something to him. Paul Pinkney nears a commitment. We have a decent lead on Georgia, but we can't let our foot off the gas. And we have an even bigger lead with Sammy Kirkland. We only have 1 home game remaining, and that means only 1 more chance to host recruits. And the first player we are scheduling for that Week 13 game against NC State is defensive end David Cushenberry. Both of our starting edge rushers are graduating, and so is Zeke Biggers, our run-stuffing defensive tackle. So we have a lot of holes to fill there. David Cushenberry probably projects as an interior defensive lineman. We also have 4 tight ends graduating, so we add to the list of tight end targets here with Jose Gaddis, the vertical threat from Alpharetta. The ratings are not eye-popping, but I think they're solid all around. 80 catching, 82 speed, 73 short route running. And lastly, we have center Tremont Lamb, who we have a decent lead on, but Auburn is making a push. Pretty soon we'll be able to start pitching him and hopefully get him to visit that NC State game. Back now to the second half at Bobby Dodd Stadium, tied at 17 with the Canes. And we have done a fantastic job defending Damian Martinez in the backfield. Another tackle for loss. That play stopped after a gain of 1. Outside of a few miscues, our defense has come to play. 3rd and 10, they don't even pass it. Hand off to Martinez, and that had no chance. Martinez only has 18 yards on the day. A 3-and-out for Miami to start the 3rd. And Christian Leary back to receive the punt, and that return goes for 13 yards. Our drive starts at the 39. Jamal Haynes motions out to the right, receives the swing pass, and Miami is all over it. 2nd and 15. King rolls out right into the pressure from Ruben Bain. I don't like that play, man. There's nothing on the play art indicating a rollout, yet it literally forces you to roll out. King throws up a prayer to Leary on 3rd down. It falls incomplete, and both teams trade 3 and outs. Restrepo has a lot of real estate to return this one. He gets it up to the 38. Who will break through first in the second half? Ward with a rocket to Restrepo, spins out of a tackle and gains 6. Ward in shotgun on 2nd down. We send a corner blitz, and Ward completes to the right. No first down. Trips left on 3rd and inches. Play action, and the pass is incomplete. And we again hold our ground against the talented Miami offense. Drive starts at the 15. Pocket collapses on King. Has to just get the ball out. And now on a 3rd and 10, we set up the screen pass to Jamal Haynes, and Miami stonewalls him. A defensively dominated 3rd quarter. 4th and 15, Shanahan boots to Restrepo, and another very good return into Tech territory. So Miami is winning the field position game right now. Bubble screen complete to Trader, but the first down will be wiped off thanks to a hold. On 1st and 17, that's probably the biggest hole that Martinez has seen all day long. Gain of 10. At the 40, Martinez runs off tackle to the right, and the Yellow Jackets swarm to the football. Another tackle in the backfield. 3rd down and 8. Ward protected, and he throws it away. He had a receiver in the flat, but he threw it way over his head. And now Borregales will attempt from 58. That one looks good, and it is good. They really need to make college kickers worse in the next game, man. It feels like every kicker can hit from 55 plus. Leary to the sideline, jet sweep, breaks for a big gain. It was only a matter of time before we got one of those to work. Rutherford motioning to the right, and we hand off to Haynes, following blockers for a gain of 8 at the 44-yard line. This is shot territory, roll out, play action, instant pressure from Ruben Bain. 3rd down and 2. Pass over the middle, caught by Leary. And the mesh concept picks up a first down, but Leary comes away from that play a little banged up. He stays on the field, though. King with Haynes to his right. He hands off, and Haynes is greeted immediately by Elijah Alston. Only a minute to go in this 3rd quarter. Short pass to Chase Lane goes for 5. And the 3rd and long. King sacked! Every one of our linemen lost their block, and we get pushed out of field goal range, ending a promising drive. Canes have it up by 3. Strong running from Damian Martinez, maybe starting to pick up some momentum. Now Ward throws to Martinez on the shallow crosser, enough for the first. Under 10 to go in this one. Ward to the first down markers. He's got a man over the middle of the field. It's Elijah Arroyo. First down. Ward throws the screen to Martinez, and we covered that up beautifully. 8-man box for the Yellow Jackets, and they run right into it to no avail. Loss of 1. And a huge 3rd down. Ward will pass. He gets it out to Martinez in the flats, trying to get to the first down, and they call the play dead before he goes down to the ground. Never seen that one before. I mean, it was probably a long shot that he gets the first down. Daniels was going to tackle him, but he stops short, and we get the ball back. We start with a handoff to Haynes, trying to get to the edge. Flag is thrown. A short gain, but another hold on Joe Fusel. These holds always seem to happen at the worst time. 3rd and 19. King, ill-advised throw, he forced it, and it is intercepted. Robert Stafford with the leaping grab for Miami. And this is what happens when penalties derail a drive. It's a tall ask to expect your quarterback to consistently convert 3rd and longs. Probably would have been better if he just threw it away, though. Now, Miami has it near the red zone. Ward now completes to Arroyo on the left side, falling forward for 6. Under 7 to go. They fake the jet sweep and they run Martinez right into Romello Height. 3rd down, neither team able to get any sort of offensive momentum so far in the second half. And another throwaway. More fantastic coverage from the Georgia Tech secondary. And we force the field goal. Borregales got it again. And the Yellow Jackets trail by 6. What are we going to do on this drive? Haynes will take it up the middle, has a hole, and he hits it for 10 yards, 1st down. Hurricanes load in the box. We run it again, and this time it doesn't go so well. Alston controlling the edge and stopping Haynes. 2nd and 13. King back to pass. He hits Scyther, and it goes for only 4. So another 3rd down here. Gotta make sure the protection's good. We're shading to Ruben Bain's side. King will pass over the middle. It's caught! Singleton with another clutch grab. Only his 4th catch of the day, but it seems like all of his catches have been major momentum plays. And that was just an excellent route, getting inside leverage on the safety, not allowing him to undercut it. Under 4 to go. Haynes trying to get to the edge, and he's stopped again. Alston's had a fantastic game in run defense. 2nd and 16. King looking for Singleton. He almost had him, but he threw it behind him. Diani Hill credited with the breakup. Another 3rd and very long. This time King's protected. He launches, and Singleton is there. He beat his man. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. What an incredible scene. Eric Singleton's had some great games this year, but man, to do it against the Miami defense, a top 10 team in the nation, this feels like a legacy game. Thank God we got a clean pocket, and look at the separation that Singleton got. Extra point gives us the lead with 3:08 remaining. Is it possible that we could mirror real life and beat the Canes, securing another ranked victory in Season 1? We got some work to do here. Gonna be hard to stop Ward. Drive starts at the 16. Ward with time. He finds a receiver all alone in the right flat, Isaiah Horton. 1st down, Ward scanning, completes again to Horton, and he runs a man over. That was Harvey. Those are his first 2 catches of the day. Ward lobs one over the linebacker, nearly completed it to Jacoby George. 2:22 on the clock. Ward throws the screen to Martinez. He takes it upfield for a gain. There is a flag on the field. It is not holding this time. It is roughing the passer on Jordan Vandenberg. You tell me if this was the right call. You tell me. Okay, that was a pretty reckless dive. I guess the referees believe that intent is more important than impact. But that is a free 15 yards for the Canes. Oh, LaMiles Brooks comes screaming through the middle, sacking Ward. A hold on the offense, but we decline it. 2nd and 16. Ward hits the timing route. It's Trader, setting up a 3rd and 9 at the 37 after the 2-minute timeout. Ward looking for Restrepo. He is intercepted by Saeed Gibbs. Turnover number 2 on the season for Cam Ward comes in a huge moment. And man, what a season it's been for Saeed Gibbs, as he absolutely runs Restrepo's route for him, never gave him an inch of separation. But this is the same cornerback that had a 37 catch rating going into the year. And he's managed to get multiple key interceptions for our defense. He is absolutely playing above his ratings. We run it 2 straight times, and Miami uses 2 straight timeouts. And another crucial third down. Split backfield. King fakes to Trey Cooley, pitches to Jamal Haynes, and look at all the space he has! Down the left sideline. Is anyone gonna catch him? No! Touchdown Jamal Haynes, touchdown Georgia Tech, and they open up a 4th quarter lead on number 9 Miami. We really might just do this again. And I'm going to pat myself on the back here, but that is an incredible play call. Going back to Georgia Tech's roots, the triple option on a crucial 3rd down. And it's not your regular flex bone, 3 yards in a cloud of dust triple option. That is a modern take on a classic. What a scene here in Midtown Atlanta. Cam Ward has an uphill battle now if he wants to avoid taking his 2nd loss of the year. 2nd down. He has time. He throws down the right sideline, nearly completed it to George, but he couldn't hold on. 3rd down. Cam Ward throws it deep down the middle. It's batted down by Kyle Eford. And this is the ball game here. 4th and 8, minute 15 on the clock. 3 receivers out wide. Ward takes the snap, looks left, throws left, and he's got Xavier Restrepo. He's had a quiet day outside of the punt returns, but he converts a big 4th down. Ward from the 42 fires down the middle. He's got Joshisa Trader all the way. Touchdown Miami. This game's bananas. That is touchdown number 3 for the true freshman. And there is hope for the Hurricanes. This was just a regular 4 verts play. They've been spamming that. But when you got a guy like Cam Ward who can make those throws, and a guy like Trader with that speed, that play becomes pretty hard to stop. But it don't mean a thing if they can't get this 2-point conversion. Ward in the shotgun. He fakes to Martinez and throws a bubble screen to the tight end Elijah Arroyo, who walks in untouched. What a goal line play call to tie this game up. Job's not finished. Leary, who's playing through some pain, will return the kickoff up to the 21-yard line. 31 apiece. 1 timeout for Miami. All we need to do is get into field goal range. Empty set for Haynes King on 1st down. He's got time, and he throws it just out of reach for Christian Leary. He had some bad overthrows late in the game against Virginia Tech. Will it be more of the same? 2nd and 10. King with pressure barely gets it away, avoiding the sack. But now a 3rd down. 1 high safety for the Canes. King fakes to Haynes, throws the slant, and Singleton's got it. 6th catch of the day, 150 yards. What a game for him. And he extends this drive. 42 on the clock, 35-yard line. King will throw down the left side. Singleton's got it! He's done it again! King put it on the money this time, and Robert Stafford just got mossed. Or should I say Megatron. 37 seconds left. We're in Miami territory. Already field goal range for Aiden Burr. Whatever we do, we can't take a sack. King takes off. He's got space all the way to the 2. A huge scramble. Miami is on the ropes. But if you've been watching this series, you know our struggles kicking chip shots from the hash marks. King hands to Haynes. He is stopped, but he is going to center this ball up perfectly at the 1-yard line. Miami doesn't have a timeout. They can't ice Aiden Burr. We're going to run this clock all the way down to 2 seconds. It doesn't get much easier than this. 18 yards for the win. Burr, right between the eyes. Cold-blooded game winner, and the Yellow Jackets pull off the upset. Play that Gucci Mane. I mean, a kicker named Burr playing in Atlanta? Punchlines write themselves. And the Calvin Johnson era at Bobby Dodd Stadium gets another signature moment. What an incredible game played by all facets of our team. First off, I really feel like the offensive line performed way better than I expected, especially coming off the Virginia Tech game where King basically had no time to throw ever. King was at least given enough time to make the right read, and occasionally he was able to take those deep shots, and they paid off. So a great job rebounding from the loss last week. Jamal Haynes made it over 100 yards thanks to that huge run in the fourth quarter on the triple option, and all of our top 3 receivers caught a touchdown pass, but Singleton especially had a legacy game, 186, by far his season high. And that's refreshing to see. I feel like Leary has been King's favorite target for the majority of the year, and he's honestly looked like our #1 receiver. But today, when the going got tough, King relied on Singleton, and he delivered. It wasn't a perfect day for the offensive line. Jordan Williams, the right tackle, allowed 3 sacks to Reuben Bain, but no one else allowed any. Really need to clean up the holding penalties, though. Our defense did let up some big plays at some inopportune moments. It probably would have been an easier win if they hadn't done that, but it is Miami. They are one of the most talented offenses in the nation, and we did get 14 tackles for loss. And we did the impossible and picked off Cam Ward. Thank you, Saeed Gibbs. I'm really proud of our guys, though, and how we defended Damian Martinez, holding him to only 30 yards, no touchdowns. JoJo Trader, though, made us sweat a little bit. That guy's a baller, man. He's going to be great for a long time. Man, I really wish they kept that instant classic feature from NCAA 14, because this is an instant classic of instant classics. I mean, one of the most fun games of football I've ever played. Here's some scores around the country quickly. No highlights this week, just box scores. Starting in our own conference, Boston College blew out Syracuse in what was thought to be a matchup between 2 of the better teams in the conference. Thomas Castellanos was flawless. NC State, our next opponent, is now in the top 10 after defeating Duke, but at what cost? Starting quarterback Grayson McCall was knocked out of this game, and CJ Bailey, the backup, came in and won it. And not only that, but Kendrick Raphael, who was already filling in for the injured starter, got injured himself. So we'll be facing another tough opponent next week, but they are going to be depleted. Oregon keeps its number 2 ranking by beating number 24 Maryland pretty handily. And in a top 5 showdown in Death Valley, Bama came out on top against LSU. Jalen Milroe was fantastic, going for 3 touchdowns in the air, nearly 400 passing yards, and a rushing touchdown. Kendrick Law and Jeremy Bernard were the main beneficiaries. They went berserk. Kansas is continuing to prove they are for real this year. 21-point win over Iowa State that included a 28-0 second quarter. Jalen Daniels, looking like Jaden Daniels. The guy is ridiculous. 5 touchdowns, 18 of 23. Oklahoma State remains breathing down their necks in the Big 12, though. They get a big win on the road at TCU. And it's looking like the Big 12 championship will be Cowboys-Jayhawks. Utah-BYU, the big crosstown rivalry. Utah wins this one 30-28. They are ranked number 19. And now we look at some of the best teams in the group of 5, starting with Tulane, who has earned their spot in the top 25 thanks to a win over Temple. Boise State is number 23 with a big win over Nevada. Ashton Genty's playoff hopes are still alive. But the frontrunners come from the Sun Belt. In the Texas State Bobcats, they remain undefeated with this win over UL Monroe, and they rode their star running back Ismail Mahdi to victory. 102 yards on the ground, and he went for 50 receiving yards. But with the win in the books, we can now move on to Week 12. And it starts with a commitment from Sean Zeese, who was undoubtedly inspired by that Eric Singleton masterclass. He wants in on the fun. And Leon Tung commits as well, making that 9 players in our class so far. More is certainly on the way, as we have 5 players entering their top 5 stage, and Carl Anger is in his top 3. That lead over Notre Dame, though, a little too close for comfort. Week 12 is a bye week, so that Miami game is sandwiched by 2 byes. If you're wondering about the possibility of a Romello Height Heisman, he has lost the number 1 spot to Jalen Milroe. 1 sack against Miami? Come on, man. Pick it up. He's so good that 1 sack is an off game for him. Nothing to do this week except recruit, and we currently have the number 10 class in the nation. Miami is the only ACC team ahead of us, and they don't even have any 5 stars yet. So now we have a few more players ready to schedule a visit. Tackle Miles Zimba will be joining David Cushenberry at the NC State game. We haven't figured out his hard sell yet. We need 1 more week to do so. Center Tremont Lamb will also be coming to that game, and he gets the complimentary visit boost with Zimba. And filling up that 4th slot is tight end Taekwon Chubb. Honestly, I'm a little bit worried about Carl Anger here. We didn't get a huge bonus in the last week of recruiting, and Notre Dame is creeping up. It looks like we're probably going to need 2 more weeks in order to get that commitment. We've had a really hard time recruiting offensive linemen. It would really hurt to lose out on Anger. I kind of messed it up because I'm realizing that scheduling visits for bye weeks is not the smartest idea, and that's what I did with Anger. Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite me. It looks like we should get commitments from Paul Pinckney and Sammy Kirkland after this week. That is a massive amount of progress made by Georgia, though. And that's all for Week 12 recruiting. Let's look at some box scores again. California having its best season in years, handing Syracuse another loss. Jaden Ott went for 2 touchdowns today, one of the best running backs in college football. And a big 17-0 fourth quarter comeback for Boston College over SMU catapults them to number 12 in the rankings. And it was yet another masterclass engineered by Thomas Castellanos. Kansas continues to roll with a win over BYU 38-17, and Florida seems to have handled their tough schedule well. They destroy LSU and are now ranked top 10. Georgia took on their rivals Tennessee in a top 5 battle, and they beat the higher-ranked Vols by 19. And the Oregon Ducks continue to dominate, beating Wisconsin on the road 44-3. Dylan Gabriel continues to put his name in the Heisman conversation, throwing for 3 touchdowns here and rushing for another. And lastly, Rutgers continues their best season in a long time with a road win over Maryland, powered by 172 yards from Kyle Monangai. That's going to do it for the bye week. As we advance, we get another commitment from cornerback Paul Pinckney, and he's joined by middle linebacker Sammy Kirkland. We already got Sean Zeese earlier in the episode. We're looking to add to the receiving class with Patrick Arianis, and as he enters his top 3 stage, we have a decent lead over Ohio State. David Cushenberry also reaches his top 3 along with him. So you may have been wondering after we got the win over Miami, would we be ranked? Well, we weren't immediately afterward, but after we simulate the bye week, we're now number 25. Well, it's a little confusing because here on the Week 13 menu, it doesn't show us as being ranked, but that seems to be because we are ranked in the college football playoff rankings, but not in the AP. So we get slotted in right behind Stanford, who just dropped 10 slots after losing to Louisville. And while we didn't make the media top 25, we did receive some votes. We had the 6th most votes out of all the teams left out. But that is a first for the Dynasty, first time being ranked. It certainly feels good after a climactic moment like that one. And looking at our bowl projection, we are currently mocked to the Gasparilla Bowl. That's where we played a year ago, beating UCF. This time, we are predicted to face Baylor. But 2 games remain in the regular season now, and we now shift focus to the NC State Wolfpack. Again, this is a very depleted roster Late in the year, a lot of CPU-controlled teams get like this. Our team hasn't really had to deal with any injuries so far, which is honestly kind of frustrating to me. It feels like the injury slider affects the sim differently than it affects the played games, mostly because they try to integrate it with wear and tear, and it's their first time doing this whole system, and it really just doesn't work perfectly. But starting quarterback Grayson McCall is out with a torn labrum. They are also missing their starting right tackle, 2 running backs, and their best pass rusher. 72 overall CJ Bailey will get the start. He threw for 75 yards, only 3 of 11 passes completed in the win over Duke. We will still have to worry about 89 overall receiver Kevin Concepcion, and he's also got a talented group of receivers lining up alongside him. On defense, without defensive end Davin Vann, cornerback Aiden White will be the player to look out for. He has 2 interceptions on the year. And they also have an 86 overall safety Devin Boykin joining him in the secondary. So that's going to do it for this episode. We enter the home stretch of the 2024 season at 6-4, 4-3 in conference. Only NC State and Georgia remain on our schedule. A conference championship is out of the question at this point, barring some absolute chaos at the end of the year. However, we are ranked for the first time, the vibes are still strong, and there's still a lot of motivation to finish this season with as many wins as possible. I hope you guys are enjoying the ride. Hopefully I can get to uploading more consistently. I want to get to season 2 as fast as I can, get some recruits on the field, and just get this show on the road. Again, thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see, I would really appreciate if you considered subscribing, liking the video, leaving a comment with some feedback, or even recommending me to a friend. I'll see you guys in the next one, and have a great rest of your day.